Welcome to Scrap News! New scrap mechanic update has just been released, and it's probably even more important than the survival update was, and I will get into why in a second. So first of all, we have some updates to the challenge mode. As you can see right here, the Master Mechanic Trials now has whole 10 more levels. As you can see, here they are. I cannot wait to play all of them. And this one right here even seems to have water in it. As you can see, we even have some cutscenes in the challenges. This stuff is so crazy. But this isn't the best part yet. If you manage to complete all 50 challenges, you will actually be rewarded with a very special and unique challenge mode outfit, which you can see on your screen right now. There are also some updates to the challenge builder. We have this beautiful new GUI for the player spawner, a bunch of new blocks which I am actually not sure how they work yet. And most importantly, we now have a unit spawner, where you can choose which mob from the game you want to spawn. If you build something cool with this, definitely send it to me in my Discord. The challenge mode isn't the only game mode getting some love this update. If you hop into a fresh survival world, as you can see right now, you will be greeted with this amazing cutscene. You can even see your mechanic character right here getting up after the ship has crashed on the planet, which is incredible. And you can already see a bunch of other new stuff. First of all, there is a tutorial quest on the right now. This one is actually quite simple. You just have to take the buckets, and as you can see right here, there is more tutorials now. Anyway, as I was saying, you just take the bucket, fill it up with water, and extinguish the 3 fires in the spaceship, just like this. Now you have to activate the spaceship. And this is of course just getting the master battery from the tower nearby. And I'm not sure if this tower has been adjusted a little bit, but for some reason, some stuff in here feels just a little bit different. I could just be imagining it though. Here we go. Back to the spaceship we go, and we just gotta power her up, just like this. And now we've got to download logbook intel, which you do by just clicking on this, and this will automatically start the next quest, which is finding the mechanic station, where you will get similar stuff, but for powering up the mechanic station instead of the spaceship. However, there is also a side quest here, which you may have noticed already. This part right here is called the Builder Guide, and what it basically is a tutorial for new players. As you can see, now that I've interacted with this part, we got a second quest on the right. And I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but as you can see, when we pick this up and place it on the lift, it starts the tutorial quest, or rather continues it. And this new Builder Guide part will guide you step by step into building your very own first scrap vehicle. This is an amazing addition for new players who aren't familiar with the game yet. When you go exploring into the world, you may also notice that there's a lot of small improvements to all kinds of things. For example, effects for stuff such as this fence right here breaking are way smoother and better looking now. And this also includes ragdolls. As you can see, when I splash this guy, he now ragdolls way more realistically. And on top of that, they actually have way better performance than before. Oh, just look at this. Amazing. Let me see if I can get a good splash on him. Yeah, this one's very good. So yeah, now when you have a huge raid and you have a lot of bots ragdolling in your traps, you actually should have even more frames than before, which is amazing news for all mechanics with huge farms. But now let's get to the actual big feature of the update. Because as cool as all of this is, it's nothing by comparison to this next feature, which is custom game modes. Don't look at the world names, by the way. So, you can download games from the Steam Workshop right here, which you subscribe to just like before. Then you click on New Game and choose your mod. For example, the Scrap Mechanic Golf minigame, which is actually published by the developers along with the update. And basically, modders can now make custom game mode. This basically means that the possibilities are essentially endless, and all this cool stuff can be done just from the game, with no need for custom game file installation. And this golf custom minigame that Slot made kind of as a showcase of the possibilities is really fun as well. Let's change the ball to, for example, the moon, as you can see. And now you can either smack it around with your hammer or interact with it, select the force, and then yeet. Just like this, as you can see. It's a bit annoying sometimes because the physics aren't exactly, you know, perfect or anything. But it's still really fun, even by yourself. Like, you can really spend a lot of time in here, even just by yourself. But of course, it's way better with friends. And as you can see right here, we actually can have animated assets now. And yes, the collision is animated as well. There is more cool world creation stuff that we'll get to at the end. But as cool as this minigolf game might be, it's only really the tip of the iceberg compared to the other stuff that we can do with custom game modes. Me, along with many other modders, have ported the Raft mechanic mod to this new mod support feature as well. And as you can see, this mod completely changes the survival experience. This was a game files mod before, but we didn't really have to skimp out on anything while porting it. In fact, as you can see, we even added a bunch of new cool stuff, such as custom tutorials or sleeping in bed to make it daytime. And again, you can get this mod from the workshop and it's just one click away. And this is exactly the reason why I think this update is even more important than survival update was. Because now the game can be expanded a lot by modders in between updates while Axolot Games is working on their own stuff. Which means that players won't be getting bored of the game, which was always a huge issue with scrap mechanic as game development is really hard and was often taking a while between updates. But now Axolot has basically added infinite content to the game. And they were even kind enough to write about our mod in the update notes, which is super cool. I already have so many cool mod ideas for this. And actually, the previous two mod types, that being blocks and parts and tile assets, have been expanded as well. And we can now do stuff such as creating custom tools. And it's all way easier than it was before. And once again, all of this is just one click for the user. No more installing game file mods. If you have any cool ideas for a mod, but have no idea how you can make it a reality, you can suggest it in the comments below, and if I will like it, I might make a video about it. Or you can just wait for me to release some tutorials on how you can make your own mods, which I plan to make sometime soon. But there is still one more important feature in this update. The tile and world builder have both gotten a massive revamp. As you can see, it looks completely different than before. And we now have not only assets and harvestables, but also kinematics, shapes, which are basically parts, and nodes, which are so cool they basically deserve their own entire video. And then there is even more stuff in the mod tool version of the tile editor. But there isn't enough time in this video to go over all of it. The world builder has also gotten a complete revamp, as you can see. We now have many different world sizes to choose from. You can place tiles just like you did before, but now you also get this option right here, which basically allows you to create your own world without even having to make a single tile, because you can now simply paint it how you want it to look like. And it's absolutely incredible and works perfectly. And you can of course still add custom tiles wherever you want. And right here you can also upload the world to the workshop. And you can of course also get other people's worlds from the workshop and play in them. But there's actually one more small change. The strict camera option has gotten an update and now has roll support, which as you can see looks extremely cool, although can be quite dizzying, can't it? Oh dear, okay. Subscribe for more and I hope to see you in another one.